slide, we've added this law we have 17 laws of the intentional board. We added an 18th law, and it's the law of dead air. And this goes huge, not just in board meetings, but if you're a CEO on the call, you can utilize this in staff meetings. If you're married, you can utilize this in a conversation with the spouse. I mean, this is a huge principle, but silence equals disagreement. Silence equals disagreement. And what
how do you mean that, Aaron?
Yeah, so let me unpack this. A lot of times in a meeting, there might be an agenda item or a topic come up, and maybe there's two people that are verbal about it. One's for it, one's against it, and everyone else is silent. It's easy to interpret that silence as some sort of agreement or consensus. In fact, the next slide says silent gives consent, and that's a quote by Common Knowledge. The idea that if we're silent, whatever's on the table is going to move forward. And if we interpret silence as agreement, then it's just gonna happen. That's not intentional. If we go back to the idea that silence is disagreement, this changes things. And this is a great practice and assumption for the board chair to make, that if I'm the board chair and I see that Susie and John are both being silent, I'm going to make sure that I address them. Susie, John, I've noticed you're both disagreeing. You're both being silent. I would like to hear why you disagree, and get some words that can articulate whatever's going on in the brain. And so, too often than not, we just assume like, okay, the person's being silent, they must not care, they're just going with the flow. But to treat that as disagreement, hey, we're not going to move past this until, whatever, we've reached the vote or had a full dialogue about it at least. This gives everyone a voice, and it's important that everyone at least speaks into the matter at hand, because we're in a board meeting and we're talking about the future. So these are things that matter.